Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, afternoon for me. Not sure if it's afternoon for y'all's. If you happen to be wondering what this little thing is, I'm trying this new thing called a subathon, where one sub equals plus 10 seconds. Just means that will add 10 seconds to the live. I don't know. I don't know if anyone will actually do it, but I just wanted to see what the feature was like. Um, but my usual things that I say in the beginning of all of these lives, one is if you're able to do your daily heart me, which is that orange heart on the top, please feel free to do that. If you cannot, then feel free to just double tap on your screen and they'll do hearts. Those are also very helpful. Um, you can also share if people feel comfortable giving gifts. You can also do that. Okay, I think that's all that I typically say. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Thank you, Ronnie. How are folks doing? Thank you, Sarah Renee. Oops. Hi, y'alls. So I named this. Oh, Jess says, hi, Bocce. Streaming from Portugal this time. Hope you're well. Thanks, Jess. That's always fun to know where people are coming from. So, oh, Ronnie, you're sleepy? So, I actually just put up a video from a link that I got from Ronnie as a subscriber. And so one of the perks that I said to subscribers was if they wanted it, because some subscribers don't want it. Some subscribers want to just be anonymous. But I said, hey, if you end up providing me a link to something and I end up doing a video on it, and if you're okay with being credited for it, then I will, give a shout out in my video for you as a subscriber. So Ronnie gave me this link, and Shonda Lance created this what do you call it? An article on friends to lovers. And when I read the story, it was about a story. The guy's name is Christopher. And how did I just forget what what the person's name was? I don't remember her name. Maybe Ronnie, you remember. But when when I was reading, yeah, Ronnie said it's relevant, but like random. It is random. It's a random story, but I'm like, why does it have some Nicola coding in it? Even the fact that she sat on a stool with him. I'm not saying that this is like what Luke would have told Nicola or something, but in the story, this couple, like they had been friends for 5.5 years in the story. This story that's on Shondaland, and they're real people, so they're not Luke and Nicola, but still, I felt like it was very Nicola coded. But he finally tells her that, after 5.5, like he told her that he broke up with Sally, and like they had been friends for 5.5 years, and she just wanted to kiss him right in that moment, but like they ended up not doing anything, and it was only 6 months after that moment that they ever pursued, and it was very interesting. And then this couple also toured the like different countries together, like toured. They even used the word toured. They toured other countries, Norway and da 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 da. And then and they talk about like just the fear of like they talked just about the fear of like telling each other what they felt, because they didn't ever fully know if the other person felt the same way they did. And I was like, I don't know, this is a really interesting article. Thank you, watching lady. This is a really interesting article. Okay, also, I'm going to try to be better about this. GL Benner on Thursday was like, Phoebe, like, look at the screen. Because what ends up happening is sometimes I get so lost in my thoughts that I start like looking anywhere but the screen, which is a problem because sometimes people are actually like sending like a pinned item that they want me to know. And so I'm like, I'm so sorry. Tanya said, hello, I'm just getting on. I miss anything? Not yet. I was just sharing the story about the Shondaland one. Ronnie said, yeah, like Shondaland is sending out bad signals. I had just done a post that Ronnie gave me the link to in Shondaland's website, where they just shared a friends to lover story, but there's parts of this story that was like, this could be true about Luke and Nicola in the future or currently. I mean, it's just kind of funny. So the other thing that I had wanted to so one of the first things I think I wanted to to talk about, unless folks had something else that they wanted to talk about first, was just the CAA signing as well as the Doctor Who stuff. Like, it's really been exciting to see like Nicola like just winning, like making moves. Thank you, watching Lady and Minnie. But do y'all have? Oh yeah, Ronnie says such a huge deal. Kimorova girl said congratulations to Nick. Katie Whistledown, so well deserved. Grainy said, have you watched Tiff live? No, I have not. I know I think is she live right now? So I have not seen Tiff live. Love May said all Nicola does is win. Sue said she's excited for her and can't wait to watch. So excited for her, maybe. And can't wait to watch all she does. Chrissy said Nicola deserves everything coming to her. Yeah, she is incredibly gifted, and I know that. So I'm thinking, okay, so she's doing the Magic Faraway Tree. She's signed with CAA. She has that Love and War movie coming out as well, and people said she did an audiobook. Now, obviously, the song, shoes, more shoes. Like, what else? I mean, she has so much that's constantly happening. One, she's striking when the iron is hot. So Tanya C says, I can't wait to see what's in store for her future. Katie Whistledown said 7-4 odds to play the next Bond girl. That's another potential that's exciting. Okay, Grady, I'm gonna give you one statement before you will be muted. And here's because you might not know, because you seem like a new person to my space, but we actually don't talk about people that are considered adjacents. And if what I mean by adjacents is it's not Luke or Nicola, so we're not talking about that person. So just letting you know that if we see another comment about someone who's not Luke and Nicola, you'll be muted. Thanks. Ronnie said she's about to get so many offers. Yeah, I think so too. Whitwalk P32 said, I think she should be Bond. Annie K435, so amazed by her always. Tammy said, totally deserves everything coming her way. Whitwork P32 says, a female Bond. Yeah, that would be exciting. I think that they're casting for just the Bond girl instead of a female Bond, but it would be nice to see. All right. But so that's been really exciting. And there is like I was telling my subscribers that I was like almost didn't want to. Oh, okay, hold on. Liz Mary said, I wish the Bond thing was real, but I feel like she's looking for more complicated and deeper roles. I mean, I haven't watched Bond stuff in general. I'm not a person that's into Bond. I would watch it for her, but I'm not into the whole I guess franchise. But I mean, I feel like she can do things with it if she wanted to. But I don't know. Nick's Rich says she is flying high, so happy for her, can't get enough, just want to be her BF. Yeah, Whitwork said, P32 said a spy thriller. Yeah, like I don't know why I've never been into the Bond franchise, but I'm just not. Ronnie said being a Bond girl would open doors plus elevate it for not being a typical Bond girl pick. Being a Bond girl would open doors plus elevate it for not being a typical Bond girl pick. Yeah. CM S0501 said, I hope she plays a Bond villain. Ooh, it would be fun to be a Bond villain. That would be cool. Did any of you ever watch that one show? I haven't watched it. Like I there's so many things that are on my to watch list. That's just things I should have watched as somebody who enjoys Nicola as an actress. But there was does anyone know what I'm talking about? But like she ends up having like short dark hair, and I think she's supposed to play like a villain. in that show. Do you know what I'm talking about? Liz Mary said Bond girls tend to be eye candy. Caroline said, I think she'd make an amazing Bond villain. Love May. I mean, the Bond franchise has a big following. Big following equals more fans, equals more opportunities. Very true, Love May. Ronnie said, that would be so fun. Tanya C said, yes, I need to watch it as well. Watching Lady said, I'm so excited to know they post something together as soon as the filming of season 4 will start. I hope so. Tanya C said, I can't think of the name. Whitworth 432 said, oh, a villain, that would be awesome. Emily said, I can't find it anywhere to watch it. Yeah, I don't even remember how I saw a clip of it. I don't know if it was on TikTok. Okay, yeah. Emily said it's called Seize Them. Yes. Yes, Trish also confirmed that it Seize Them. Yeah, I've never seen this, like the movie itself, but I saw a clip. And I forgot what was happening in the clip. And I don't know if it was on TikTok. It's got to be on TikTok that I saw it. Thank you, watching lady. Love May said, I thought Nick has played a villain. I think she did in that Seize Them movie. I heard that she was the villain there. Kimura, I mean, maybe I'm wrong though, because I've never watched the film. I shouldn't definitively say, but I think that's what I heard. Kimura Girl said it would make her even more of a global superstar. Yeah, that's true. Katie said, has it been released? I feel like it has. I feel like it has because when I looked at Nicola's IMDb, it was not under upcoming. The only things under upcoming, I think, was Bridgerton, season 4, The Magic Faraway Tree, and Doctor Who. Dalcy49 said, what movie Seize Them? Tanya C it says release April 5, 2024. Yeah. Like there's stuff that show up on my like YouTube for her, like when she was doing like theater work as well. Taylor said never watched Doctor Who, but I will for our queen. Yeah, I've never watched Doctor Who either. Where is Doctor Who? Is that where is that found? Like what platform? Katie Whistledown said she also played Queen Victoria in a show. Oh, what show was that? Sambagita said, NYC said she would make a perfect Moneypenny. Would mean she would be a regular in the Bond franchise. Okay, so Disney Plus is where Doctor Who would be. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen one episode of Doctor Who, but I know it's a beloved show. Katie said, and you don't have to watch the series to watch her special. Oh yeah, because it's a Christmas special, right? Dowsy49 said BBC Disney. And Tammy said, loved it ages ago, but we'll definitely watch that episode. Minnie said, the good thing about this Christmas special is you don't have to watch it to understand the special. Okay, so there's other folks who also haven't watched it either. Ronnie said it's an awesome show, and the Katie Whistledown said the Christmas specials are standalone. And that's why I think somebody offered the possibility of doing a standalone show of like for Bridgerton, to make it easier sometimes for folks for their schedules, like in between time as we're waiting for like a full season to come out. Katie said, I think Dodger is the Queen Victoria. I think Dodger is like the show, the movie is called Dodger. I don't know if I'm fully grasping the comment. Tam said, I just started the season of Doctor Who. It's good. I can't wait for the Christmas special. Okay, nice. Katie Whistledown, it was a BBC Christmas show. Yeah, Taylor said we need a Pollen Christmas show. Dowsy49 said she played in Harlot. Okay. I also don't know what that is. Okay, Washing Lady sent a reminder. Y'all. Literally, TikTok kicked me out and said, oh, TikTok is updating right now. I'm like, are you serious? I'm glad it let me resume. but it literally kicked me out to say that it was updating my app. Like, I usually think that they would ask my permission like, what? Has that ever happened to y'all? It literally, like, just kicked me out and said, hey, we're updating. Of all the timing. Yeah, nice timing. Tina DQ said, thanks watching, lady. Yeah, Ronnie says, how rude. Oh my word, I totally heard that in Stephanie's voice on Full House. How rude. Yeah, I was wondering how long it was going to take to update, and I don't even know what it updated. But I was like, why couldn't it wait to, like, or usually they ask for the permission, you know, like, do you want to update now or something like that? I didn't expect. I didn't expect. Ronnie said, that's how I typed it. Thanks. Ooh, Chris J. These are cute. I like that. But now I got all like out of my head because I missed. So let's see what I missed. And in the so everyone is frozen. I saw a lot of people left and came back. Oh, okay. So then did everybody get updated? Did everybody get updated? Is that what happened? Because if other people also had that happen to them, maybe, okay. Scrappy Doo was like, no. Tina's like, okay, no. Everybody's like, no, Phoebe, it's just you. It's you. Okay. Good to know. It's good to know it's just me. But yeah, no, there's so many exciting things coming up. Scrappy Doo 22 says, you're the chosen one. Of all the chosen ones, honestly, of all the chosen ones, it had to be like me doing a live. Like any other time, they could have done it. Tina DQ said, I stayed here and wondered what was happening. LMAO. See, you are special, Phoebe. Thanks. Okay, question though. When I was quote unquote frozen, did that mean like my face stayed exactly however it looked right before I was kicked out by TikTok? Oh, Lordy. So, okay, yes, no. I'm hearing yes and no. What? Okay. What did it look like? Thank you, Minnie. Because I will tell you. Oh, okay, so some people had my face. Some people had a brown screen. Some people had it blurred on their screen. Tina DQ said, yes, it was frozen on you talking. Oh, great. Like, that's like the worst. That's the worst. Like, one time my coworker got frozen at like the best photo you could ever have when you get frozen. So I'm like, oh, that's like the ideal. But like usually if I get frozen, it's like my mouth is huge and like totally open. It's never cute. But yeah. So oh, Ronnie said no, the screen actually had a spinny thing. That's amazing how everybody had different things going on in their screen. So that's always interesting. Anyway, Scrappy Doo 22 said always at the most inconvenient time. Yeah. Like I've had very funny like frozen faces before. Anyways, not that that's maybe that's not necessarily like the most worthwhile conversation to have with folks about frozen faces. Watching Lady said, so I'm going to remind people once again, we shouldn't forget to rewatch season 3. Paula needs numbers. Tina DQ said, so where were we, darling? I genuinely don't even remember, to be honest. I apologize. But let's how many folks have been able to rewatch the season this week? And if you could put in the chat how many times you were able to rewatch it. Because I finally did. Okay, so on Tuesday, I did that whole rewatch thing. So I haven't done a rewatch today. But I did do. So aside from the rewatch I did with the whole group who were able to be there on Tuesday, then I did it. I had it playing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the background, but I haven't done it today. Okay, so people 3 times. Scrappy Doo 22 says, sometimes to mess with my fam, I will pause a show with a funny face. That's fun. Okay, so most people are doing like, so we have a mix of watched half, did twice, 3 times, 4 times. Wow, Tammy said 10 times. Um, Tanya C said, I'll have to watch season 3 on another profile because my husband finally started watching Bridgerton with me. That's exciting. He's on season 2. Ronnie said at least 3 times in the evening, but not the full season. Live Healed Not Triggered said I had it play twice in the background. Okay. People are just okay. I think we're having a range between half to as high as 10 times this week. Scrappy Dude 22 said, when is the cutoff for the ratings? That is the question. So I keep hearing different dates. I've heard September 11, I've heard September 13, and I heard September 16. And so I'm just going to work. Like, I mean, all we can do is really like just play the whole season. And I mean, I highly suggest to just play it all. And what I tell people is if there are scenes that you're not a fan of and you just want to speed past, then do it with 1.2 speed because that is still considered a view, part of the minutes. But when you fast forward, that's not counted as minutes because you're technically not watching anything. Because just because you're watching something at 1.2 speed doesn't mean you're fast forwarding through a scene. Because some people like myself, that is actually like a normal speed for my brain to process. Thank you, Sharon. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Minnie said I finished another big mood rewatch this morning. Got me good and depressed. Oh, LOL. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for subscribing. Watching Lady said, when are they going to post the new numbers? I believe it was on Tuesday. It happens every Tuesday, and we seem to have known the numbers by noon that day. Because I felt like I did a video around noon because people reached out to me and said, hey, the numbers are out. And so we did move up. We really need more. We genuinely do. And we're not in top 10, at least in the US. We're not top 10 because there's just so many shows coming out right now. Cobra Kai just came out. I just finally watched the first 5 episodes of those things. I don't know if the new ones just came out again, but the next set or whatnot, because I'm not sure how they're rolling that out. Maybe they're not rolling it weekly, maybe it's monthly. I have no idea. But Cobra Kai came out with new stuff. Umbrella Academy is coming out with a new one. I don't know what other movies are coming out right now. That's probably taking people's attention. Love May said, I cannot, will not, do not want to stop watching season 3. And I love that mentality, Love May, because we need it. Amy Jackson said, my mom came to visit and we watched the whole series. Got 3 on now again. Thanks, Minnie. Oh, I love that one. That's cute. Oh, so sweet. Oh, Scrappy Dude 22 said every time I get on Netflix, I never see it in the top 10. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of a difficult task to do when it was released like a month ago. Ronnie said, I didn't realize they were going to divide Cobra Kai too. Me neither. What? Kimura girl? November is the next one for Cobra Kai? What? Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, I sound like Jennifer Lawrence for a second there, but what do you mean? November? They just released. Wait. What do you mean? The next set? The next set isn't until November. That's a long time. We thought it was a long wait for. I'm hyperventilating. Why am I hyperventilating? Wait, what? That can't be. Really? That's too long. That can't be. No way. Okay, I'm like literally sad if that's true. Nick's Rich says, guys, I watched One Day last night. OMG, so good. I mean, it's no season 3, but so good. I've heard good things about that movie, and I mean, I heard it's a remake, right, of an Anne Hathaway movie. Watching Lady in Germany is still in top 10 because of me. Way to go, Watching Lady. Kimura girl said the next 5. Ronnie said, yeah, that's when the season finishes, November. Okay, but I heard, okay, so somebody fact check this, but I heard that they're going to put out, is it true they're putting out 15 episodes for this final one? Because if it is 15 episodes, then that must mean that they'll do like one September. They'll wait like why are they doing that? That's just rude. What? Because why such a large gap? And and they always end it in a cliffhanger. I mean, thank you, Kate 082120 for subscribing. Sorry, I'm just like, even though I know it's not Luca or Nicola related, I really love Cobra Kai, and I can't believe they're making us wait that long for the rest of the season. Sharon said Nick and Luke loved the newer one day and said it influenced them. I didn't realize that. That's very cool. Johari said, have you guys watched Decameron on Netflix? It was great and so hilarious. No, I did not. Okay, yeah. Kimura girl said Cobra Kai has 15. 3 releases. Okay. Okay, yeah. So maybe their next one is not going to be until September. That makes sense, because if they're saying November is their last, it's like they're putting 2 months. Thank you, Tanya. But why? Why is that a good game plan? I think they don't need to do it that. They don't need to do those large gaps. It doesn't make sense to do those large. I mean, do you feel like it makes sense to do such a large gap? Thank you, Sharon. Samantha says, I've rewatched season 3 twice this week. My maternity leave consists of rewatching with my newborn. Oh, that's cute. Are you going to name your new... well, no, you have a newborn. Never mind. You already have a name for your newborn. Never mind my question. Oh, my word. Kimura, girl, you're breaking my heart. What? I mean, you're not breaking my heart because it's not your fault what Netflix is doing. What? November is the next 5 and 2025 will be the last 5? They are really they're dragging this. It's because they know that is such a good show, and people would... How dare they? Oh my word, I'm really upset by that. That's... Tanya C said, that large gap is crazy. Yeah. Scrappy Dude 22 said, is this going to be a trend now, splitting up the shows into parts? No bueno. Yeah, and how... That still, again, does not answer my question around the whole 91 days. So I'm going to get in my soapbox around that again. Because yes, I understand that the 91 days doesn't count until part 1 and part 2 are both released. But it doesn't change the fact that you had part 1 available there for 30 days. So are they counting those numbers? And somebody's like, yes, they're counting those numbers. Well, if they're counting those numbers, isn't that an unfair advantage for season 3? Because we have 30 more additional days. Is it counted differently? I just want Netflix to clarify like what their method is now that they're doing these splits. But this, I thought 1 month was hard. 2 months in between. I mean, not 2 months. That is... okay, don't make me do math. But like 4 months or something? Oh gosh. That's horrible. TLR Vibe says, I'm upset with these large delays. Emily in Paris is going to have a month between part 2 also. Well, I mean, a month I feel like is more like... I mean, it's annoying, but it's still like... Not... Like, so much can change in 4 months, you know? Because, okay, July... August, September, October. Yeah, no, that's 4 months. Oh, Ronnie said they're milking that. They're totally milking it, Ronnie, because they know that it's like well loved. Elliot Bridgerton said, I heard it was until August 14th. See, that's what the thing is, the reason people are saying that the deadline for season 3 is September 11 or September 13 or September 16, whichever, something in September, is because in their website, when they do the top 10, they said they start counting the numbers once all what do you call it? All parts have been released. Which I guess, now that I'm saying it out loud, the person who has responded to my comment or to my video about it was saying, like, because you watched it in May, that's 0.5 for part 1, and then you watch part 2, it's 0.5 in June. So it's not really... Their point was it's not it's not an unfair advantage to have that additional 30 days because that first 30 days isn't considered a full watch because it's based off of the full runtime of the show. Anyways, I know that's confusing maybe. I don't know. Scrappy Dude 22 said I didn't understand it for season 3 either, and it didn't eliminate season 3 from the Emmys. I heard that it's eligible for next year, but again, when you have it next year, it's like how fresh is it in people's minds at that point? Tammy said, so annoyed with splitting great shows. Some of these splits are affecting Emmy nominations. Kimorova Girl said, but there is a new Karate Kid coming out next year too. Oh my word. I mean, have they finished filming for this Cobra Kai thing? Like, is there a reason why? I mean, they must have, right? Because why the drag out? Oh, Sampagita said it's to avoid losing subscriptions. People used to cancel subscriptions after watching the season. Well, they can still do that, can't they? They can still unsubscribe for 4 months and come back, can't they? Or they're just hoping that people won't do that because they're like, oh, I'm not going to unsubscribe, resubscribe kind of situation. Elliot Bridgerton said there's also a talk that the count will focus mainly on part 2. Yeah, so I heard that from that one post on X, but I just really don't know how accurate that is. I mean, it might be I just really want Netflix to come out with a very specific, very specific explanation. Oh, Minnie said he won't be eligible for next year. Unfortunately, it's not. I thought people said he could be. Jenny said, where do we stand right now? I mean, we don't know if we've moved beyond slot number 6, but we were at slot number 6 on Tuesday. Johari said they could have put in paperwork to have season 3 for Emmys this year, but they didn't. Interesting. Jenny said, well, if it's within 7-day trial. Oh, Sambagita said, yes, but people tend to check out other shows while waiting. Betsy Ace, oh, okay, so Minnie said, no, ma'am, only 4 episodes would be eligible. You need 6 episodes for Emmy. Not. Oh, okay, then that's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, Netflix, I think Netflix needs to think, they're thinking too much about their I think they're thinking too much about like the money aspect of things. But like if they think about it, if you really provide like great shows to your people, I don't know. Netflix keeps making some decisions where it's like the very reasons why Netflix became a thing. I feel like they're trying to go back to that time in where it's like now things are going to be spaced out. They're afraid to lose because maybe it's because there's also more competition these days because there's so many streaming platforms. Back in the day, they were just like the main one. And so things got expensive. People could go to other platforms. It was losing some of that stuff. Kimorova Girl said they have finished filming Cobra Kai. They just want to keep the momentum up for anticipation. 4 months is too long. 4 months is too long. Sitlali said, I have seen that we need to watch it for 1 hour. It will take all the minutes that we've watched, and divide it by the runtime minutes. But yeah, it's by hour. So if somebody, like, let's say, watched the carriage scene for an hour, that would be considered an hour, but that hour would be divided by the amount of runtime minutes for the whole episode. I mean, for the whole season. So that's not going to be anywhere close to like a view. Elliot Bridgerton said they should make a clear notice on the procedure. I think they should too. I think they need to really, really clarify that because that affects how people view things. Bex G said, guys, I think I'm exiting the ship. Someone throw me a lifeline. Tell me Luke and Nick endgame quick. I mean, I always believe, Bex, that they can be endgame if they choose to be. I've never believed they can't be endgame. They have all the things that would make people be endgame. But they have to want that, choose that. But before you exit the ship, maybe ask to be docked somewhere. Like, don't jump off the ship or anything. Get docked first. Some people I know said that they are docking for a little bit and doing some excursion on land until they're ready to get back on the ship. So I always say to folks, do what's needed for your own mental health. Bridgerton Swan said, so all the views for part 1 in May did not count. Yeah, that was my concern and my question. The way another person answered it was saying, no, it does count. They will count that because they don't count the views until all of the parts have been released. So the 91 days do not start until all the parts are released. This is why many people believe that the 91 days ends in September and not in August. There are some people who still think it's in August, but the majority do believe it's in September. But that fact that that's even a question talks highly about how poorly Netflix is describing it. Now, some people will say, well, it says it very clearly in their website that they count it starting from when everything gets released. But the question was around, well, what are you doing with the views that we did in May 1st? I mean, like do in May. And their point was that wouldn't have counted as a full view anyway, because that's just the first half of the season. What they would do is take your viewing in May and then add it to your viewing of part 2 in June. It still doesn't answer my question in a way that I like. It's still not clear. They really need to fix that. Johari said maybe they have a secret spinoff coming out next year to keep season 3 relevant for 2025 Emmys. I don't know how the Emmys work, so this will be interesting. Flaming said came by to say hi before I head to bed because it's 6:36 a.m. All right. I hope you get to rest. Yeah, Betsy A said it's definitely too long. Sharon said Baby Reindeer in the final season of The Crown got a lot of nominations. Scrappy Doo 22 said I could watch the carriage scene for 1 hour, maybe even 2. Retta Lou said absolutely affects views. Absolutely does. Ronnie says all the parts are there. Watching Lady said they will be an end game. Love Me said I have so many edits of Nicola. They are end game. Devilishly Yellow said go watch Caroline's videos from today. Was she talking about endgame stuff? Devilishly Yellow. Tammy said agree, but no matter how that works out for them, we need to support them in all their endeavors. Yeah. For sure. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like why I follow them is because I respect the work that they do as actors. Thank you, Sharon. I really, at the end of the day, have no say on their private life or like, thank you, Angela, or believe that my support is like tethered to what they choose to do privately. I mean, obviously, would I be excited if they did get together? Sure. But that's not something I can require. Elliot said, or we could just watch Overdrive until August so we can make views count up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, just all people can do is just keep going as much as you humanly can for yourself, put up the views. But, you know, all we can do is control what we do. So as long as we know we're doing our part, and for a really long time, I didn't do my part because I didn't even have a laptop I could watch separately. But technically I should have turned on my laptop and had it playing in the background right now, but I didn't even think to do that. But, yeah. Love May said, Sir Philip Crane is coming home. Scrappy Doo 22 said, my fear is with splitting seasons into parts and waiting 2 years for the next season. How much is this? Yeah. How much is this going to hurt Bridgerton fan club? Yeah. They really got to think about this. Okay, Minnie. I should be here for I'm doing like 90 minutes, so I should be here by 4:30. Bex G said, "Oh, I love coming on your lives. Now I feel better. It was rough for a while there, guys. Okay, I'm glad you're feeling better. Just grab like one of those, lounge chairs on the cruise ship. Maybe like ask for like go to the different sections of like unlimited food. Cause Ryan Wheeler's ready to serve you with like a lot of food, unlimited food. That's kind of how it rolls on cruises." Love May said, "How cool would it be to remind people of season 3 for them to do a flashback special of young Pollen? That would be so cute." And they did miss that opportunity to give us a glimpse of like them before when they were little kids. Watching Lady said, "You should visit bar on our ship." Oh, there you go. There's another option for you. So Megan said, "Grab your nearest life vest and buckle up. I'll save you if you go overboard." Sharon said, "I'd love a young Penn moment with Colin like Ginny W with Harry Potter." So another thing that I had wanted to discuss, but with parameters. Johari said, "I don't think Colin and Penn met as kids though." According to people in the book, actually, I can't say that because I've never read the books. But I thought people said that in the books they had met when they were little kids. Okay, Kimmy McPhee 16 said yes, they did. Megan said in the book it was right before her 16th birthday. Dulcie said, "Hey, we're like tweens." No, Sharon said they were young in the book. Alicia said no. Okay, so I'm hearing conflicting things. So Sambagita said they were 16 in the books, but Johari said in the books they met the day before Penn turned 6. Oh, okay, same thing Johari said. But some people said they were really young. In the book, they met as teens. Okay, everybody's saying teens. So they were not little kids? Ida Pita said, "Well, she was a teen. He's like 5 years older." Elliot Bridgerton says, "Show Colin and Penn are childhood friends." Okay, Tanya, see, I think I'm on the show they met sooner. Book, she was 16. Okay, so Love May said book Pollen and show Pollen different. Book 16 shows is inferred different. Sharon said in the book he was 33 and she was 28 in Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it sounds like it was changed for the show. Vintage Kelsey said no, not kids. It when she came out for her first season. Okay. Well, alrighty. So then, never mind. Tanya sees that they completely changed their ages. Betsy A said yes, the ages are completely different in the show. Sharon says in the show he's 22 and I think she's 20. Interesting. Vintage says she had been Lady Whistledown for 10 years too. Oh, so yeah, that changes things. She can't for the show. Like she couldn't be Lady Whistledown when she was 10. I mean, yeah. Okay, Johari said, plus the Bridgertons didn't live in Mayfair until after Edmund died, even in the show. Okay. Citlali said, yes, they changed it past 12 years between they met each other and he realized that he loved her. Okay. Oh, wow. Betsy A said, yes, she was ridiculously rich, basically a millionaire, due to being Lady Whistledown for so long. Fru_L1 Li1 said there was an interview with Luke and Nicola and they would have like flashbacks of young Pollen, but not time. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so there is another topic I did want to discuss, but with parameters, hopefully, for folks, which is the Ratatouille picture. So I was telling my subscribers that I wanted to talk about it, but I also was hesitant to talk about it because y'all know where I stand very clearly. If you've been on my lives many a times before, you know where I stand on no adjacent talk whatsoever. And people who are new to my space are like, what is adjacent? What does that mean? And it just means that anything that is Luke or Nick, anything that is not Luke or Nicola, like, I don't want to, like, talk about. Now, the hedgy thing about this is some people could be like, well, this is about Nicola. This is about something that Nicola, I think this is about what Nicola put out. But here's the thing, and this is why I stand on the fact that I believe very strongly that it is about Paris and nothing else. Well, I wouldn't say nothing else. I mean, Ratatouille actually has a very good story about people not believing in you and all of that stuff. So there was another person that put like the storyline of Ratatouille about like being underestimated and being seen poorly by society, but you know, having such immense talent and excelling and succeeding despite people's stuff. So there's two things that came to mind: Paris and potentially Big Mood, because in Big Mood she held a rat, and and I was sent that clip and I just screamed. I mean, I should have waited to be forewarned about like looking at it, but because I do not like rats. But the only reason I was hesitant to bring it up is like I don't want to invite anything that's like what some people were going to at all. Like, so anyways, Tanya C said the pic just confuses me. LOL. It can mean so many different things. And I think Tanya, like, it really, what I felt like Nicola did with that photo, or with that like thing that she posted, it just put a mirror in front of everybody's faces. Because where your mind goes is probably telling more about you than about Nicola. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the reason I thought Paris first, when somebody asked me, well, first somebody gave me options, like, of what they thought it could be that they heard. And I said the Paris one makes the most sense because it's the most pertinent at this moment. She just got signed by CAA. So where's a good place to go, like, to have an opportunity to see things? I mean, people talk about big events. I mean, being able to go to the Olympics is a big deal, I would think. So going to Paris would be a big deal. And one of the biggest, so for me, the reason I go and I think Paris when I see that picture, is because Paris was a big theme in the movie Ratatouille, or at least I read, because I didn't watch the movie, because again, I was deathly afraid of rats for a really long time. Could not watch even animated rats whatsoever. It took me a long time to even be able to look at that picture back in the day. But there's just a different mentality that people have when they're busy. And what I said to my subscribers was that, like, Nicola is booked and busy, and like she's living her best life. And when you're booked and busy and living your best life, you just really are not thinking about what other people think that she's thinking about. I mean, it's like, it's just not important, I don't think. Oh my word. Sorry, somebody was coughing. Johar said it was the timing though for me. In regards to Paris or something else, because to me, saying, oh my word. Okay. Sorry, y'all, if you can hear whatever's going over there. Kay said it was about Paris. She would not be that petty publicly. I mean, me too. I don't think she would be. At least I'm glad that it's such an open-ended thing. It kind of makes me sad that that's the first thing that people would think it is about. Because, I don't know, a part of me is like, if somebody is living their best life and they're booked and busy, why would they be thinking about that? Like, I wouldn't be. I genuinely wouldn't be. I would be too busy. You know what I'm saying? I think what it came down to for me is like, I think people want something to be more meaningful to her than it is. Like some people want to believe that she thinks something is more important than it actually is. So, Tanya C said, I thought she was watching the movie. Then everyone started talking. I love that, Tanya. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm, oh my word. He's really going to town over there. It's sounding rough. Sorry. So, the thing to me is when I say like, whenever something like this happens, it reveals more about us than it reveals to anything about like Nicola, because the reality is we don't know what it's talking about. So to assume things about like, to assume what she would do, it usually says a lot about like what we would do. Like for me, I'm like, if I'm booked and busy, I'm going to be posting about something that I'm going to do next, because that just is in line with where my head is at. I'm sorry. Like, is that my, okay. Anyways. But if people want to be petty, they might think, oh, she's going to want to be petty, but it's really more likely that people want her to be petty. You know what I mean? Okay. Brittany said tons of celebs rep by CAA are at the Olympics right now. Megan said maybe it's just me. She's in the Nicola restaurant with us. Just Kawahi 4 said not responding keeps us talking about her longer, which I'm here for. I love her. And I think to some degree, Nicola knows that people like enjoy mysteries and puzzles, but she doesn't do it in an annoying way. I think she does it in a fun, playful way. Bessie A said, my take is always the simplest one. Paris? Oh, let me post Ratatouille. Bex G said, first, I just thought she was watching the film, and then my mind wandered, but I don't think she would be messy. It's not her style. Rachi610 said, we would convince ourselves it means anything. It's linguine. Linguine is pasta. Luke likes pasta. I like where your mind went there, Rachi. And I think, so one of the theories that folks have, and I'm just gonna have to say it because I think people did not think through their theory. When they think it's a slight towards Ratatouille. Like towards the rat, right? Remy? Was the rat Remy? I don't know their names. Or was Remy the person? The point being, when the mouse was or the rat was controlling the chef guy, that was considered a good thing. I don't think, like, people made it sound like it's supposed to mean it was a bad thing. Like, he was able to do stuff. He was able to, like, I don't think it meant, I mean, I don't think if people flesh out what they're saying, it actually makes sense in the storyline. It just doesn't. Like, it's not a bad thing in the movie that's happening, really. Oh, I did? Jess Kawahi said, I meant to say it to Phoebe that she made it to 50 subscribers. I did? Who did I miss thanking for subscribing? This is what I get for not looking down. Thanks, Karen. And I'm trying to be better. GL Benner, if you're in the space. I'm trying to be better about looking down. Oh, you hit 50? Okay. 50. Where's the person? So I can give a proper thanks. Oh, my word. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to find it later unless somebody tells me who the 50th person was. Because I think I got to thank the 49th person. I hate missing it. Courtney was the last name. Okay. Courtney, if you're in the space, thank you. Um. Anyways, okay. CMS0501 said, I agree. I think it's an Easter egg about something work or professional related. I do think that folks were, again, tossing out the idea that it could be with Big Mood potentially officially being greenlit for a second season. So I don't know, because there's already talks that's happening, but it hasn't had the official. Oh, thanks, y'all, for the congratulations. All right. With that said, what is another topic that y'all want to discuss? Remy and Linguini. Okay, who was Remy and who was Linguini? Remy was the rat, right, Ronnie? Or no? Was I wrong about that? Johari said, I don't know if it was Big Mood, because wasn't that announced a few days ago? Somebody gave me a link in regards to Big Mood, but it wasn't official yet, I thought, at that time. So that's the reason why I didn't know for sure. And I think Mia responded to my video and had said that she believes it's Paris, and also because Big Mood has not officially, at that time at least, been announced to have a season 2. Okay, Brittany says she did repost a pic of Lydia today, so it could be Big Mood related. Ooh, maybe, because people were very convincing with the whole she had to hold a rat in her hand. And in the picture, they were holding the rat in the hand. So, probably. Angela says she might be just making jokes about eating all the food in Paris. Food. Yeah, that's _ Lee said, it's not about Big Mood. That is too plain. But is it too plain? Because she literally did hold a rat in her hand. So putting a photo of a rat in her hand, I think that doesn't feel too plain. Could feel on the nose. Sambagita NYC said, yes, it's not officially renewed. So maybe the announcement is coming. And maybe she's just hinting to that announcement. Because if she did do the whole, holding the rat in her hand situation, plus posting a picture of Lydia, if she posts any more kind of Big Mood related stuff, all of those things collectively could point to, that she's gearing up for the big announcement. Because it seems like the announcement is coming, and the chances of Big Mood season 2 is there. So I feel like maybe if we see a consecutive amount of pictures that's pointing to Big Mood, then it was actually a Big Mood one. Watching Lady said, and what about a new Polaroid? Are you talking about the one we talked about before, or is there another new Polaroid that happened? Yeah, that's _ Lisa. She's a millennial. Y'all got to put on y'all thinking caps. I mean, I think that millennials do speak through song lyrics and all these different things. I think the thing that I refrain from is this the choice to choose to believe she's being petty, because I think that says more about people who's assuming she's going to be petty rather than it says something about how she would actually post. And I'm not saying that you're thinking she's going petty, but I'm just saying that there are some folks assuming that she's being petty, and I just don't think that that's actually where she's going. Because that to me is more basic. CMS 0501 said yes, and she posted the trio pic from Camilla saying it was an iconic trio with her and Lydia. You know what? You're right. Thank you, Kay Winnie. Actually, now that you're bringing it up, there has been a pattern in her pictures, and they have all been Big Mood related. So actually, y'all are convincing me more that taking all the photos, thank you, Kay Winnie, all the photos that she's been doing lately, maybe was far more Big Mood related than I thought. The Dragonfly MI said, I think it's just to see what we would do. We run with anything she posts and try to investigate. And somebody had said to me also, because she is a Taylor Swift fan, and people love Easter egg stuff. So that's why I also think that Easter egg stuff have to be about something meaningful and not something petty. Megan said the picture of Lydia wasn't big mood related. It was jewelry. Um, when I say big mood related, I mean more so that people within big mood are in the photos, I guess is what I meant, more than what the whole purpose of the picture was. Sorry if I was confusing that. Kay Winnie said someone said in X that from a rat from street and being nothing to becoming the most famous. Yeah, someone also said that, if you look at what the storyline with Kay Winnie, I'm not Kay Winnie, sorry, with Ratatouille it is that whole like how society viewed rat the rat in the show, and being able to like succeed and be seen for the talent that they have and all that stuff. Angela said Nick is a girl's girl. Steph in Wonderland said I think it was just to get us talking about anything and everything. Yeah, I think so too. And I think it helps to distract folks. I mean, somebody. This is where I stand on like some of the things that's happening. I said I think people got so used to being fed every single day in the promo tour that that when it went pretty silent and they were just living their lives, people got so bored that they started filling in the silence and starting to make like their own stories up of what's happening, simply because people were bored and they didn't have anything to work with, so they just started working with their imaginations. Ronnie said, yeah, most of us older millennials who are workaholics are too tired to be publicly petty. Yeah, that's __ Lee says she's just trying to change the narrative because y'all keep talking about the negativity. I don't know who y'all are talking about. I brought it up yesterday once. I'm living my good old life. The only reason I know that anybody's talking about negativity is because people tell me. But I feel like there's people literally feasting off of that stuff. It's like toxic. Under flower with stars all around it said maybe that picture is the new Polaroid. Ronnie had said that in the picture. I mean in the video that I did, which was funny. Raji610 said if I was famous, I would just post the most random stuff to see what people did. I mean, people do love to read into things. Ronnie said, honestly, now that she's signed to CAA, it'll help any project she's already on get approved and renewed. Kimura Girl says she will be on top of the world. Devilishly Yellow said we need to go into starvation mode. I mean, honestly, I felt like people went through withdrawals or something because people were acting like wild. Gaga75 says, I'm a Gen Xer and I have no time for any hidden meetings, so I just jumped from holding a rat in... now it's missing. I don't know what you were trying to type because I don't see the rest of it. That's the only thing. It always only allows people to type like 2 lines. And then I'm like, what would the rest of the statement be? But yeah, I don't technically have anything because it really honestly is a slower time. Okay, sorry. Holding a rat in big mood to Nick googling someone holding a rat. Yeah. That's why people did say that it felt like big mood related more than anything. So anyways, y'alls, I am a big believer, like, unless there's something to talk about, like, I'm not going to hold y'all. So is there any other thing that you want to discuss? If not, I'm just going to, like, end this live earlier than the 90 minutes. Kimura Girl said, what about a trip? You mean the trip to go to London? Is that what you're talking about? Um, yeah. So, like, my goal, I have said to my subscribers that my goal is if I hit at least 100 subscribers, that's when I will seriously look into what it will take to get at least 50 people to go to London. Um, Now, I also did want to plan on potentially, like, there's so many people around the world that follow me currently. And I think it would be great to just do meetups. So it doesn't have to be. Kimorova girl said, I thought about New York City premiere if that was better people. Yeah, you did bring that up. I think it can be both, honestly, because there are folks that I think want to definitely do London. So it's like for folks that can do New York City, and that's more affordable for them because they're closer to New York City. The people who follow me are all over the world. So some people might already be in like near London. And or some places that are close to London, you know what I mean? So for some that might be cheaper for them, while it will be cheaper for other people to go to New York City. So it's more me having to save a lot of money if I decide to do both. Or if it was just like as a subscriber base, people got to know each other and we ensure that people are find a way to ensure that people are safe people, because just because somebody pays $5.99 per month does not mean that people are safe necessarily. I mean, there's got to be, a way to ensure other things. But the reason it helps to have the subscribers is because it does take a lot of work to put something together. And I also want to be able to talk to like companies and be able to see if I could get deals for my subscribers so that, we can try to find either deals for like the actual events or maybe places to eat or hotels or whatever. I don't know exactly, and I don't want to make promises that I can't keep, but those are the things that I would look into, but I don't want to look into it seriously until I'm closer to having 100 or more subscribers because that might be unrealistic. And I don't even know if I'll get to 100 subscribers, but that's the goal. And it might turn out that some folks will be like, because there's some folks who have reached out to me and they said, is there like, that's kind of their deal. Like that's kind of the work that they do. And they are more than willing to help me out. If I pursue something in the future. So I'm definitely going to like try to think about that too. But yeah, so there's so many pieces. I don't know, Kimorova girl. So I do think London is an option as well as like NYC. If they're doing these premieres in the same locations again. And then if they're doing Brazil again, I would love to, I'd love to go to Brazil just for, I'm going to say nostalgic purposes as if there's any nostalgia for me. Just Kawahi 4 said, the anatomy of a scene clip you posted about made me truly love and appreciate Nicola and Luke as actors. I really appreciated you posting about it. It was super insightful. You're awesome. Oh, thank you. There were several different folks that sent me that link at different times since I finally got a chance to do it today. Because I technically did get it the day that the person released it. Yeah, Kimorova girl said, I thought about New York City premiere if that was a better, yeah, for people, yeah. Thank you, Rachel. I think it just comes down to where are people closest. Now, the majority of the people are in the U.S. that follow me. About 67% of the people that follow me are from the U.S., but the rest are from the rest of the world. And so that means at least 40 some percent of folks. So I would still love to offer, because the London trip would just be up to probably 50 people. So I believe that there's people like in the States as well as around the rest of the world that would be open to doing that and would be open to saving money for that. Yeah. So, Tanya, see, I'd love to go. I just have 4 kids. I got to figure out what to do with. NLC 80 said, is her children's movie film finished filming yet? The one about the children's book? I had heard that it ends in September. Not sure though. Ronnie said, same girl, but we're still aiming for 2026, right? I think so. Is that when, I mean, when is, I mean, I think there could be, things throughout, like in between, before 2026, that's less expensive and like just an informal meetup that people can do potentially or whatever. Because one of my goals personally, this was before I even started doing TikTok. I like got a global entry passport thingy majiggy because I wanted to travel like 2 or 3 times a year. Um, and I just didn't know if I could or not. But I've never, like, I'd always wished to travel the world, but it was only like this year where I was finally like, let's just try to make it happen. But you know, but the only reason I can do that is because of the job I have. The job I have, I can at least save money, you know. Um, but yeah. So, um, Raji610 said, honestly, the more I rewatch, more I appreciate Luke and Nick's acting. Yay. Tiffany said, let's get her here to 100 subscribers. I mean, I would love that, Tiffany. And it would have to be, though, like, it would also need to be, like, those that are, like, more, like, auto renewals. Well, I mean, I mean, month by month works as well. It's just that, like, it's just, I just don't know if the next month it would be 100 subscribers. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I also, one of the biggest things I want to do is that it makes it worthwhile for my subscribers to subscribe to me, right? So, like, it's not like just the content. I do want to figure out, like, experiences we can have with each other. But at the same time, some people, that might not be appealing whatsoever. Sometimes people prefer not to meet other people. You know what I mean? And plus, I don't know how we can ensure that everybody that subscribes are folks that, you know, I mean, it feels like so far it's been, but, like, you never know. Because... yeah, but well, I'll I'll figure it out the closer it gets to all of that. Sarah says I've been to Rio, so I can recommend a couple of places to go. Nice. Sue said I would love to go to London, but New York City is probably more realistic for me. Diana said loved Anatomy of a Kiss. Steph dot in Wonderland said I'm in New Jersey, so I could 100% help plan a New York City trip. Sarah said I'm more up to New York City. Ronnie said a flight for me to New York City or London is the same money. Avril said would love to see you in London. I don't live far. Jessica Wahi 4 said I'm in Hawaii and I feel so far but would love to go. Okay, so season 4 is due on 2026. Yeah, so I remember when I took my niece to Japan for her birthday and I just told her to save a certain amount. Like, I said to her, do you want to save it on your own, or do you want to send me money each month and I hold it for you? And she's like, can you hold it for me? So that's what I did for her. But I mean, I paid for the bulk of that trip for her because it was her birthday present. And I have lived a nonprofit life for the bulk of my life. So, like, having a job that finally, like, is a good job has been really, like, a blessing because, you know, I could do things for my nieces. Not that they ever really, like, cared about all that stuff. They always told me that just spending time with me was enough. But, you know, I always wanted to be able to treat them. Tiffany said, I will travel. Or I want to travel so bad. Karen said it's hard to find travel people with our Bridgerton fandom. Tiffany says I'm on auto renewal. I appreciate that, Tiffany. Yeah. Oh, Ronnie, Phoebe, can you poll who are traveling folks now? Oh, okay, that's a good question. Actually, can I, instead of doing a poll on traveling folks, I think I want to do a poll on if people are more likely to go to New York City or if they're more likely to go to London. So if you are more likely to go to New York City, choose red. And if you're more likely to go to London, choose blue. If you're either, like, just choose the one that you're you lean more heavily towards. So red is New York City, blue is London. If you are actually willing to travel or want to travel. Okay. So definitely seems like a New York city trip needs to happen. I still think that I would still like to go to London, so I'll probably still go to London, even if it doesn't end up being the 50 folks in London. I'll still do London. I might want to still do Brazil as well. So it looks like right now there's at least 20 people that would travel to New York City for that premiere, and 7 to London. Until the poll ends. So yeah, or 8 for London. Yeah. So I mean, until we have higher numbers, um, like I think I'm probably gonna revisit this. I'll keep revisiting it every month because I never know where we're gonna be by next month or the month after that. But I'll keep y'all updated on it. Jessica said, I said New York City because I love New York City, but I'd be up for all three. Um, Sarah said, Red Brazil premiere. If they have one, that would be fun too. I speak a little Portuguese. Ratchy said, I'd love to go on a tour of the Bridgerton locations like the tea room and bath. Fru underscore LI1. Thanks all. Bye for now. Time to sleep. Go. Hope you have a good sleep. I'm about to end anyway soon. Let's see here. Karen said, yeah, don't want to miss premiere in London if they have it. So yeah, so I mean, if it all depends, it all depends on what the desire is for folks. And there are like real logistical pieces we have to think about to make something happen. And so because I also like the biggest thing that I want to do is try to figure out ways to get deals for folks that people can then take and handle on their own. Because what I'm not is I'm not like a travel agency or or whatnot. So it's more so like trying to figure out like are there codes I can help provide folks so they can get like a discount on something as people are traveling or staying at a hotel or going to a restaurant or things of that nature. Like that's the thing that I would want to try to work together. Ronnie said, yeah, we aren't all booking together because that's a nightmare. Yeah. That's that I would I mean, in order for me to do something like that, I would literally have to be like this would literally have to be my job, and this is not my job. That's why like even aiming for 100 subscription is like it's truly helpful because then it can allow me to try to focus a little bit more on that, but it would be really unrealistic. They announced the premieres very closely to the date, so logistically it won't be easy. Betsy A said, thinking London, but start saving now because I've been and it is expensive. Just Kawaii 4 said, my mom is a travel agent. I'll ask her what it would take. Thank you. That would appreciate it. I mean, like, there's a lot of folks willing to help out, honestly. There's a lot of folks willing to help out and make it happen. So, which is great. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So, I think I just saw, did Tiff just come in? Or, because someone was like, ask Tiff how to get involved in premieres if people wanted to go during the time of a premiere. Like, how do people get to know, like, the dates of premieres? Like, how do you, is there like a sort of like thing you have to sign up for? Or do people just show up in the locations that these premieres are happening and stand outside? Like, how does that all work? I don't even know. Karen says, she must have charged her phone. There's a ticket site I saw. CITLALLI said, Oh, Tiff said, repeat question, please. The live lagged. Oh, Tiff, I was just wondering. Okay, some folks want to go to premieres as a group, and I just didn't know what. How did you know about premieres? Is it just you just know about premieres? Do you sign up for a premiere? Do you just show up in the location and things are just like uh like there's barriers and stuff? But like, well, how do premieres work, and how realistic is it for large groups to go? And how much more expensive are places when they know a premiere is happening? You know? Okay, so Tiff says showing up doesn't work unless you show super early and you'll be on the side. Okay, and Jess said it also depends. Alexander says, Tiff, go sleep. Okay, what time is it over there, Tiff? People are saying that you need to sleep, so I wonder if, well, what time is it over there? Okay, so can people sign up to go to the premiere? Like, how do people get tickets? Okay, so Tiff said, so basically you have to keep in touch with all the info on pages that are offering tickets. Okay. Okay. Would they ever, Tiff, like, you have such a large following on TikTok. Would they ever offer you tickets or first crack at having tickets? Oh, you usually win them. So Tiff says you usually win them. I won a couple. I was invited by Netflix to Netherlands. Nice. Jess said, I remember that in London, I went to the Dunkirk premiere, but just in the crowd. Yeah, because what I mean, if you get a premiere ticket, that includes like not only seeing the actors and all that stuff, but it means getting to watch the actual first episode or show or whatever they ended up showing. Whew. Just said it was free and I had to line up the day before to get a wristband. Okay. Yeah, because the one thing that I don't want to do is have people come and it's like it's a disarray for them. I don't want that. Martha said, how do you get to attend after party? Oh, that's a great question. I mean, Tiff, did you get to attend the after party or did you wait for folks after the after party? Jess said, I don't know if that changed. No after party, you got to be invited in. Tiff, would you be okay? Can we just do a quick Q&A with you? Can I invite you to just come on? I know that you've just finished your own live, but is it possible just cuz we need some answers? I'm not going to take more time than like maybe 5 minutes of your time because I'm signing off around 5 minutes. Though I'm let's see. I'm just gonna invite you and have you decide. Oh, okay, never mind. Then just decline my request. Okay, so are there any other questions that y'all have for Tiff while Tiff is here? I mean, logistically about the premieres, not about anything else, just about the premiere. Like, what else do we need to know? So we have to be able to sign up for tickets, but there's also very limited tickets. I'm not famous enough for after party dudes. Okay, well, I mean, how? So in after party things are for famous people. Is that it? So regular fans are not usually involved in that. Karen said maybe we can do a Q&A another time. Yeah, because it would be really helpful to get that information. Tiff says, yeah, or influencers and journalists, I guess. I don't know. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, but you're like a content creator, and you've done a lot for Bridgerton. I'm surprised that wouldn't count. Jess says, yes, I think it's only for famous people. I think they underestimate like the kind of I don't know, the level of influence you do have as as a content creator, as an editor. Tiff said, "Yeah, I'm shipping Nicola. They wouldn't let me in. They know I'll film everything." Okay, I see what it is. Makes sense. Okay, Jess says, "I think it's only for the cast and probably close. I'm guessing close family and friends." Okay. CITLALLI says usually are some brands who invite people for that type of events. So it was just definitely not going to be able to be like a big huge um amount of people that can go at the same time. Like Nick's Rich said, "Are we talking about the premiere in 2026?" Yes. Like what will it take to be there? Um Tiff said it has journalists and creator tools like Kat Quinn was invited in by a brand, I think. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who is Kat? Do I know this person? I probably should go. I don't know. Megan said we can throw an after party and invite Luke and Nick. Nick's Rich says, "I'm gonna make this happen." I love the determination. What a great goal. Yeah. Okay. So probably 2 more minutes before I head off. So just wanted to know if there's any final questions that we want to make sure we ask Tiff. And also just make sure that Tiff gets to rest. Even though Tiff is like, "Nah, I don't sleep." But Tiff, I was joking with folks about the fact that that you end up doing long lives because of that one conversation we had. So it made me funny. I mean, it made me laugh. Watching lady, we should be invited to their wedding, please. Tiff says, "Haha, I'll wake up at noon." Jess said, "We just do an after party and let Luke and Nick come by themselves like trap date." Oh yeah, Ronnie said, "How was your move, Tiff?" That's right. How was your move? Tiff says, "Yeah, I do lives every week now. What's happening to me?" I mean, I'm so glad though. That means that you got really comfortable with it because I'm very happy for you about. And I heard like one of your lives, and I don't know how many people showed up this week, but I heard somebody said like one of the last times somebody had said that you had like 1K people or something, 1,000 people in the space, and I'm like, good for Tiff. Hopefully you were feeling okay about it all to have that many people. Oh, Tiff, my move. We broke a piece of furniture. No joke. This not the Luke and Nicola way though, right? Oh, maybe that's TMI. Sorry, that's TMI. Don't answer that question, Tiff. Uh, Tiff said, "Yeah, 1K last week. That's so exciting, Tiff." Tiff, oh, 600 to 800 this one. Nice. Ronnie, I'm sorry. It was just a joke. It's just a joke. Tiff said, "I moved with my sister, so not in a Lucala way." Okay. Oh, the subathon has ended. So that means that I'm actually supposed to be off now. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, Sarah said it said 900 at one point. Melinda said, "I haven't opportunity yet to join Tiff's life. It's 4 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. Can't wake myself up." Oh no. Sanibel said it was a great live, Tiff. All right, folks. I'm heading off, and hopefully, Tiff will get to rest a little bit. Yolanda said, "Tiff, you're the goat. LOL, who got me on this ship." And Tiff says, "Thanks, y'all are too nice." And I gotta go. Like, samesies, Tiff. I gotta go. Hope everybody gets to rest. We're hoping that Tiff gets to rest. All right, bye, everyone.